What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Brandon back, and this is going to be the first of this series coming up, which is basically I build it, you buy it, or I fix it, you buy it. And I'm going to be going through and either building custom computers, building spec'd out computers for people that are already pre-sold, or reviving older systems. So what you see right here, this is actually my brother's old system. He dropped it off to me a couple months ago, and he was like, I don't need it no more, I don't want it. This system has been through the ringer. It's going to be priced accordingly. It's going to be very cheap. I'm going to put a little bit of extra flair on it, add a little bit of graphics card in there just to get this thing up to snuff so somebody can actually do something with it. But this case was actually bought back in I don't know, maybe 2009, 2010. This was kind of the style back then. It does not have a CD or DVD drive, but it's actually missing. I will show you guys everything that's wrong with the system also before. It's actually super dusty. I'm going to be grabbing a couple cans of air duster before that. The reset button is broke. The power button still works, and also this front little header right here for USB and all the little cards, that works. It's got a sticker for an AMD Phenom. That was the original system. Then I believe it got a Pentium right here. See, well, if the camera will focus. And then we went to an AMD A series, which is the APU with an integrated graphics, and he played on that for a while. And I don't remember what we actually went to afterwards. So if you'll notice, it's got all kinds of fingerprints all over. It's super dirty. I'm going to clean that up as best as I can. You'll see that at the end of the video. It does have a couple stickers on here. I'm not going to be removing those stickers. Amsoil, Late Model Restoration, Summit, Jets RS. We're car family, car guys. You know, basically they're buy as is. So if you guys are interested, and the eBay link is down below in the description. If it's not sold, it's available to you. So don't know how long these will last or not last, but let's pop it open and see what we're working with. Okay, so it looks like it's got a little side fan, super dirty. That's actually not plugged in, so I don't know why it's not plugged in. Wow, look at all the dust bunnies in here. So super tiny APU. We'll actually pull that off. We're going to clean that up and give it some fresh thermal paste before we go any farther. Just kind of reviving this old system to see if we can do anything with it anymore. And sorry about my camera angle and the workbench right now. I'm currently in the process of packing up to move, so I will be setting me up a workbench in the new house, and it'll be good to go. So it looks like it's got some, still got some thermal paste on there, and I don't have anything to wipe that off. I just got it on my finger now. Ah! Hold on, I had me a napkin here a second ago. Where'd it go? Well, maybe not. Maybe I didn't have a napkin, or maybe we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way, get the cancer on the fingers. Oh man, that's never gonna come off. That's some good thermal paste. It's still tacky. All right, well, I will be right back. Alright, so I got her cleaned off. Let's zoom in on it. And it looks like we're working with a AMD A8 5600 series. So right off the top of my head, I know an A8 is a quad core, and I'm not sure of the integrated graphics, but that's not going to matter because we're going to pop a graphics card in here because I know all the A series graphics are just, they're just pretty far behind. So we're not going to be able to do any kind of modern gaming on that. Now I did want to pull the RAM out. It looks like we have mismatched RAM, so two different. This is a Viper Extreme kit of Super Dusty Edition, and it's DDR3, 1600 megahertz, and it's a 4 GB model. So I'm going to set that over to the side for cleaning, getting cleaned up. Now let's pull this one out, and this is a PNY. It doesn't even really say. So I will look up that part number, but it looks like it's 1337 megahertz. Well, dusty also. So as long as this RAM is fine together and makes it through a benchmark and plays games, which I believe he ran this RAM for like a long time. If it's 8 gigs, that'll be plenty. I'll leave it alone because this system will be getting Windows 10. And 8 gigs is almost necessary nowadays as a minimum. You could I remember the days back when 4 gigs was a lot of memory. Anybody remember that? Comment down below if you do. So this setup's got a horrible cable management, and I think I know why, because there's really no room behind this back plate. This was kind of before cable management was like really mainstream. Nowadays, like, there's room behind all these back plates to route the wires. So I'm probably going to end up just zip tying everything up and out of the way. As for a hard drive or solid state, it's got 120 gig solid state. We'll probably we'll get that mounted up somewhere. Whoa, what's this back here? It's actually got another drive. Whoa, okay, a little laptop drive. What's that? It's got a 500 gig. I don't know. I think one of his drives actually died. It might have been this big boy back in here. Let's see. Let me unclip this and see what we're working with. Oh, I got a Western Digital 1 terabyte. So I'm gonna once I get this system all cleaned up, I'm gonna fire it up and see what drive's actually working, what drive's not working. Got a 530 watt power supply. It looks like he's missing some of the cables for the leads. He already told me he didn't have anything else with this. It does not have a graphics card, but I'm gonna probably go in and grabbing a graphics card from upstairs and just to add a little horsepower to this setup. It does have a wireless card, so that's cool. I'll leave that in there since it's already there, so if somebody needs wireless. On the back of it, it's got the little antennas. It's got the openings for where the graphics card is. That's good because I don't have to pop those out. It does have a little I/O shield. It's got the integrated graphics with the HDMI, which we're not going to be using. VGA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 USB 2.0 ports. Ethernet port. Hit old school PS/2 ports. Actually, it's got a USB up front. Got a couple more USBs right there. It has no USB 3.0. Okay. Sorry about that. So this system does not have USB 3.0. Guess this was a little bit before that, but yeah, I'm gonna get to cleaning and then get this thing assembled. I'll video after that, and then we'll get it plugged in and see what we can't play some games on and see the final specs and breakdown. And after that, I'll be able to come up with the price. And if you guys are interested, click on the link down below in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching, and enjoy the cleaning montage. Alright, so as with keeping with the budget mindedness of the system, the graphics card I'm going to end up going with is an RX 560. This is a 4 GB graphics card, so it's got a little bit of VRAM on it. Not a ton of horsepower, but I think it'll be just right for this build. It keeps the cost of the whole system down, and it'll let you play modern games, especially like I mean, you're not going to be doing any high resolution stuff. Probably 1080 is going to be the max. I don't think anybody's going to be doing any 1440, and especially not any 4K gaming on a 560. But they wouldn't be looking at a system like this either. So. Alright, what is up, guys? So I have the computer. It's all cleaned up and all just sitting up here. I put it on the little test bench area. The TV up above is what we're going to be using. So I went ahead and plugged in the power, Ethernet, and also the HDMI into the RX 564 gig. And this is going to be the first power up, and I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's been since this computer's actually ran. Alright, so let's flip this open. I'm going to hit the power button. Boom! And we're off to the races. One of the first things I wanted to do was run this system on Cinebench to test stability and also see how the performance would stack up to newer technology. This AMD A8 did end up scoring around the 230 mark, which puts it right in the range of newer tech like a Pentium G4400 or right below a Ryzen 3 1200. So it did pretty good for how old it is. Alright guys, so next on the list was to do some gaming. I loaded up some Apex Legends. That's a pretty hot new game that takes a little bit of processing power, so I loaded everything up on medium, 720p resolution, just giving the system the benefit of the doubt because we are running on some older hardware. Dropping in, we're going to see 40 to 50 frames. Once I get over to the airship, it fluctuates anywhere from 30 to 60 FPS depending on what we're looking at. So if I bump the resolution up to 1080, running on medium settings, it would almost be unplayable. But right now, it is barely playable. Like I could play like this, not a problem. I will show you here in a second where I'm going to lower everything down to lower settings, and the game actually runs like buttery smooth, no problem. So you are able to run modern games on this and really have no issues at all. We are running OBS in the background, so that does take a little bit of performance away, so it actually will run a little bit better when you're not screen recording. But yeah, so here it is, guys. Now let's load up the lower quality one, and let's go. Alright guys, so now I'm putting everything pretty much on low. I could go a little bit lower on, I guess, the texture streaming budget, but just to give you guys an idea of, I guess, the best situation for this CPU graphics card combo and how it's going to be running. We're going to jump over here to where I'm actually in the game, and it is noticeable that the quality is lower because some of the textures just don't load in as good. My team actually they left me, so I'm dropping in alone, but already right off the bat we're at 70, 80 FPS on the drop in. Still see some dips down in the 40s and 50s when running through buildings. Obviously we still are running OBS screen recording software, so we're losing a little bit of performance there. But noticeably, like, is there any stutters or is it bad or anything like that? No, not noticeable. It's absolutely completely playable setup. Now, would I say you could stream on this? No, you're not going to want to stream on this computer because while you're running the software, you're going to be losing more performance than I would like. But just for getting started in a basic gaming computer, you'll be able to run this, and definitely anything that requires less than this. So if you're looking at playing a specific game, you could always just comment down below, let me know if I can test it out for you, or look at the specifications required for this game and then see if it's lower than what you want to play, then you should have no issues at all. So I'm going to let the rest of this play out and you can watch me die. And last but not least, we have to get some mining benchmarks and running on this. We're getting about 13.1 mega hash on Dagger, and on the CPU getting about anywhere from 7 to 10 hashes on Kryptonite. We are running OBS screen recording software, so that is pulling away from it a little bit. But it looks like when I turn OBS off, this system does about 21 cents a day as of today. I wanted to thank you guys for watching. So obviously this system did end up a little bit differently than we originally planned. I just want to recap. All the specifications will be down below. Also, the system is for sale. I'm going to start doing this a little bit more in the future, doing some like little budget systems, pre-builds, that kind of thing. Obviously I'll do a video on them. If you want a custom build, please contact me and we can work out a price. And yeah, so eBay link down below in the description. And just to recap, this did end up being an AMD A8, the 5600, which is a quad-core. It's an older AMD, CPU. 8 gigs of DDR3, RX 560, 4 gigabyte graphics card. It's got an internal, it's got a wireless card that I don't know. I don't even use wireless, but I'm gonna leave it in there. It works. A 530 watt power supply and a 120 gig SSD. And I believe that's actually it. those other 2 hard disk drives that were in there, I was gonna leave one of them, like a 500 or even the 1 terabyte, but both of them are dead. Plugged them both into a couple different systems, also this one, and both dead. So I'm like, well, I can't really include something that's dead like that, but it's got a good cleaning. It's ready to go to a new home and get some budget gaming done. So if you're looking for something like that, maybe you can refer this to a friend, or if you want something a little bit more, maybe wait for our next build to come out or contact me. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, please like and comment down below. Let me know what you want to see for the next one. I already have a Fractal Designs case in for that one, so this one's going to be more of a new build, just a little sneak peek. You know, I love Fractal Design stuff, so yeah, Fractal Designs, and yeah, a little sneaky peeky right there. So that build's going to be coming soon. That is a Ryzen build, so look out for it. And yeah, all this stuff is I mean, we're making moves, ladies and gentlemen. So I got a little bit of B-roll. I was playing around. I'm going to play that now with some music. Thank y'all. Peace. I'll see y'all 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live stream Monday through Friday. Later.